Hello et bonsoir, meaning good evening to every single one of you, and welcome to ETINCELLE. ETINCELLE is a show that you already know is all about sparkle, trying to bring a light into someone's life, meaning enlightenment in so many areas of your life, so many areas of a situation that you might be find yourself, or maybe you're trying to understand but you can't seem to do it only because there is not the sparkle. So I'm here to bring that sparkle into your home, into your understanding, by inviting beautiful people who have an amazing way of speaking and bringing that enlightenment to you. So besides me, I have a woman of God, someone who comes to enlighten not just myself or just the community, but the whole world. And I will introduce her just after this break, so stay tuned. Make sure that you do connect yourself, not just with your mind or with your soul, but connect yourself also by sharing as much as you can, because by you sharing, we are implementing, we are extending our views, and so it will allow people around the world to connect to the show right now. So thank you so much for that already, and we'll see each other in just a couple minutes. We are back, and that is just for an amazing show, and I hope you are ready, because tonight is about to go down. Only because I have someone next to me. She has been here before. I mean, you know her, but I always like to introduce her because she's someone who always teach, always there beside me to push me as much as she can, because you know she's only human, right? So she is my mentor, and her name is Apostle MYLENE MUDIAY. She's a mother of three, she's a coach, she's a speaker, she is so many at once, and she pushes herself as much as she can. A songwriter, I mean, she leads, she educates, and she just keeps on loving. Apostle MYLENE is beside me to discuss a subject that is really, really important. I mean, for those who has approached me, who thought that, hey Gracia, we're not speaking about it, consider this subject as something really big and huge. And so welcome to ETINCELLE, Apostle MYLENE.
Thanks.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm great.
Can I swallow you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, welcome to the show. And how you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you
The
feeling?
challenge last year was quite strong. But the more strong it was, the stronger we are.
Yeah, definitely.
So I believe we are well. We are going.
Did you enter the year quite well? Any expectation for this year?
Very peacefully, easy.
Yeah.
I will say easy, easy.
It's smooth for the moment, right?
Easy. Easy.
That's nice. So, any wishes maybe you want to wish to anyone? I mean, we're in the new year and it's our first ETINCELLE.
Yeah, and actually a very big thank you for you to have welcomed me once more in this marvelous ETINCELLE show that we all like, we all follow, and I would advise, for those who are connected as well today, to do so and connect. The topic seems to be quite nice one.
Quite nice, yeah.
And I just want to greet each and everyone who are following us and just say Happy New Year 2021.
Oh, definitely. So as she said, Happy New Year. I've already wished you, and I wish you even more to succeed in everything you do. All right, so today we're about to get in, right? We're about to get in because it's very important to hit on this subject. And so the title of this show tonight is Are Spiritual Leaders Sharing Their Hopes and Faith in Our Context? And so, the reason why I'm coming up with this title is not just coincidence. All right, we're living in a world where a lot of things is happening. We live in a world where quarantine is happening, COVID-19 is happening. I mean, Ebola is happening, and so many more of the world situation that the world is going through right now. And so, somewhere I've watched a video where this man came up. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find it anymore. But he claimed to by saying that where are those pastors? Those pastors who were able to do so much when it comes to miracles. And we're going through the pandemic right now. How comes you can't speak anymore? How come leaders are not standing up right now? And then another one which myself I witnessed, we were talking about Pastor Aflukwa, who made this man come back alive. I mean, this video went absolutely viral. A lot of people spoken about it, and once again, this man was like, if you can resurrect, people, how comes like right now that we are going through a pandemic, I mean, a situation, where are those spiritual leaders? Where are those pastors? Where are those so-called men of God? So this is where people reach up to me and say, you're talking about ETINCELLE. Is it possible to enlighten the subject? And this is why I came to you, because you're one of the spiritual leaders in our community, one of the greatest, especially when it comes to the female side. All right, so why not trying to enlighten us a little bit when it comes to, faith, when it comes to hope, when it comes to spiritual leaders, in case anyone probably don't understand, where are those pastors right now? If I may say, right?
The topic is quite huge.
Yeah.
I believe we can put a foundation, and on top of this foundation, say a few words.
Yeah.
And if this can really answer someone, I will call you to just take it as it will come.
Okay.
I'm a French speaker. I spend more time speaking.
Yeah, I was meant to mention that.
And this show is in English, so be just patient with me. Bear with me so that I can say the right things, the right words at the right place while we are moving forward to answer to all those questions. I like the fact that the word context has been used in your title, in your team, because it's about context. Answering, I might not answer to the video you saw that perhaps I might have seen as well.
Yeah.
There are so many, 2020 is behind
Yes.
is behind us. Many things has happened. And I will agree with you that COVID did bring a kind of death in communities.
Of course, yes. A lot.
Yeah. When you look at the figures, numbers in America, Africa, I will not say that Africa has been so much touched, but when you go in the European continent, you go in America, and actually Australia
and China
has started, you know, COVID did bring a vibe of a wind of death.
Yeah.
Sickness. Families were crying and so much. And people are still crying up tonight. I like as well the fact that you spoke about Ebola. In Africa, we will point Congo, DRC. There were a time that everyone was scared and there were many deaths as well about Ebola.
Yeah.
But I just want to start on this note, saying that 2020 is behind us.
Yeah.
And many people are looking for 2021 to bring a sense of normalcy because things just went mush up.
It definitely went mush up quite a lot. I mean, shambled from left and right.
And if I have to talk about hope and I have to talk about faith, context becomes very important.
Definitely.
Because wherever there are around the world, yes, maybe the same name, COVID-19, the same name, Ebola, or whatever you can call, but we are not facing the same reality.
Definitely, I
Therefore,
agree.
the way we will approach those problems and those situations will be different.
Absolutely.
Therefore, the only thing which are making, or the only things which are making us moving forward, is on the platform of faith and hope.
Why just hope and faith? Can we not move in other places? I mean, I'm speaking about. I'm coming in a place where, like, it's true. I'm Christian, but there are those ones who are also not Christian.
Yeah.
I mean, in that platform, like,
people are feeling so much in despair. Faith, and most are referring to God. You know, when you are in trouble, when you are in situation which brings sorrows, when you just didn't know that this can happen to me, this can happen to my family, this will come this year. No one planned to stop all activities in 2020. No one. Therefore, we tend to turn our eyes toward the one who is bigger than anyone else. Feel bigger than how we, you know, we want to seek, in bracket I would say, miracle, some kind of joy coming from somewhere else, another hand.
Okay.
That other hand is God.
Okay.
And the language of God is not a despair language. His language is faith.
His language is faith.
The language of God is hope.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is where I come. Hope will be this new way of looking at 2021. Yes. Standing and accept the fact that behind you, you don't want to turn back your eyes or your head, but focus on the future.
Okay.
The future is now. The future is 2021. The future is tomorrow. Yeah, and the way I look at it differently than when I was crying yesterday.
Okay.
I stand up and say, okay, today I won't cry. Let me find this strength. Let me move forward now in a positive way. I will put hope there.
Okay.
I don't want to use a proper spiritual talk, a Bible talk here, because I will say faith is just to believe. Believe in good things, believe in the positive, believe that 2021 can be different than what we have faced in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, how would you define then? I mean, how would you answer us then when it comes to are spiritual leaders truly sharing, their faith in our context? Are they? This is a question. This is the millionaire question.
When you talk about leader,
okay,
you speak about someone who gives rules, who guides,
okay,
who impact other people. Already, we don't have leaders only in spirituality, because there are many around the world who are impacted, and they are keep on doing it. You have them in sport, you have them in music, you have them in politics as well. You have them at church, in the spiritual arena. You have them where they are taking the lead.
There is actually spiritual leaders even in sport.
No, I'll speak about leader.
Okay.
I'm defining.
You're just leader. Okay.
Voila.
All right.
A leader, someone who leads, someone who gives rules, someone who impacts, someone who takes the lead to do something and is impacting people. And I say we have them already in the community.
Right.
In 2020, we saw many people standing up for others.
Someone like we have the President Fachi. Right.
Let's talk about Fachi.
Yes.
They are more than that.
They're more than that.
They are more than that.
The
They are more than that.
Yes.
And if we have now to come in the spiritual arena, spirituality is huge. Spirituality is not about only Christianity.
Okay.
Spirituality, you see them in the Muslim area. You see many people in the Orthodox area.
Definitely.
You have them in the church of, the Catholics and stuff. They are
Spiritual leader, yes. It's quite deep when you have to touch the spiritual side.
Yeah. Now, coming in the context of your team, are they doing something, I would say 50-50?
Oh, this is where I'm going. All right. And this is why I had to bring her, because when you're talking about such subject and when you have the public and the community and the world watching you, you cannot just be, what's it called? Put yourself in one corner and say, yes, it is. Because the truth and the matter is that it's not. Yeah. And so let's talk about it. 50-50. Why is that?
It's about context as well. First of all, we do not have all the same contexts. There are many, we live in London.
Okay.
And London is just part of a small area of the United Kingdom. So around the United Kingdom, we do not have only, it's a multi-racial country. Okay. With many different races of people.
Gathered together.
Indian, you have black people, you have
Italian.
They're all coming from all around the world.
Yes.
And we find, it's so full of diversity in this country. Diversity in languages, diversity in education,
yes.
Diversity in tradition, diversity in educations, and even diversity in our belief, in our spirituality. And in all those platforms, spiritual leaders are doing what they are called to do. I don't want you to just point charismatic or Pentecostal people and just look at only the Congolese community.
No, definitely. We're trying to touch as much as we can.
Yes, that's why I accepted to come here in ETINCELLE, because you are giving me the opportunity to express myself.
Of course, yes.
I speak globally, I speak nationally, and I speak internationally. I see not only London where we are today, but I see everywhere. This is why I say 50-50. Yes.
Hold on to this one.
Yeah.
That 50-50 is going a while, is going a long time, because we're about to hit it quite hard, and I need you to connect, alright? I need you to connect really hard, because the line is going to open in 10 minutes where you will have the opportunity to ask your question. I already have Evangelist François Dieudonné who has asked a question, but I'm going to read it just after the break. Please make sure that you share as much as you can. We need your share. Connect to understand why are the spiritual leaders not maybe working? Are they working? What are they doing? Are they really? What Apostle Miley say is 50-50. And so we're coming back to you in just a couple of seconds. Thank you. We are back de retour sur le plateau of ETINCELLE. I like to just bring that little of French, you know, because it does a little bit something good for those who are in France, for those who are everywhere across the nation. We have our Apostle MYLENE, and she said 50-50.
50-50.
If you miss out, you can always come back to it. But here we'll continue. If you can continue on the subject of the 50-50.
Yeah, the 50-50. If I have to take the 50 side of and be on the side of the spiritual leaders.
Okay.
None will speak. None of them will talk about to being hopeless.
Okay.
I don't think so. All last year, many pastors around the globe took time to bring messages. Not only in the gospel way,
okay,
but again giving people advices how to overcome or be strong in this challenge called COVID.
Exactly.
Or pandemic.
Definitely.
Okay?
Yeah.
The lockdown. And all this. It was full on TV, on the media, everywhere. You will see spiritual leaders, those who are standing and who are taking leads, talking to people, teaching them what to do, not to do. When I said, and I started by defining the word leader, I said there are many of them. We can talk about the paramedics area, the doctors, the nurses. We applaud them last year.
Definitely.
There were plenty of them as leaders speaking to people and telling them what to do and not to do at the same time. To overcome, not overcome, because we still have
You're trying to guide them, basically.
Exactly, to be more stronger and to come together. The togetherness that we need in the community, the togetherness that we need around the world, to come together and get in connection and stay in contact with friends, family, just to make sure that rules are respected.
All right. If I must say, because you're talking about togetherness, but is this not going against really what COVID-19 is putting out there?
No, togetherness it's a spirit. It's a mind. Being together. We don't need to be together only by meeting.
Okay.
But we can move in the same direction in the way we are talking, the way we are thinking, the way we are doing things.
Yes.
We manage them in the way of leading or going in a positive direction. I can be sitting here, you and I, we are having a show. People are watching us. It's their responsibilities to accept what we are saying here. To take it or not take it. But that's exactly what spiritual leader has been doing all last year, and I keep on doing. If I take the first 50 who are doing their job.
Do you mind asking, do you have any example of the spiritual leaders or leaders you may have?
In the community. I'm living in London here.
Yes.
I saw Pastor Mabs Kumo doing a very massive job, and I will applaud him for such job.
Of course.
I saw him going and meet with elders. Maybe he knew them, I don't know. I will not know. Were they member of his church? Again, I will not answer to you. But what I saw him and his team. I saw him and his people. His wife as well, going to meet with all those elders, ladies, fathers who were not able to go outside because they were a lockdown. This is something good. They are doing in our context today. They are sharing hope and they are sharing their faith. Because faith, it's not about only preaching the word of God on TV.
Yeah, I actually really wanted for you to elaborate that.
Yes, faith is about evangelizing as well. Evangelization is not only louding the voice and say the Lord Jesus is coming, so you need to give your life to Christ. You need to take some other step in this evangelization area. We have people to meet with, to give them food, to cover them with clothing. That's evangelization. That's sharing our hope. That's sharing our faith. Faith God so loved the world.
That he gave his
He
own
gave his own,
son.
he gave his son, yes. But he's teaching us and leading us to do some other things. This is why I say coming together.
Okay.
Being together, move together. The togetherness is important at this very time of 2021. And that's where is hope.
I like that. I like how you said that is where hope is found.
Yes. That's where is hope. That's I connect with you. I get to know what's going on with you. Even if I can't see you face to face, there is a mask that I put on my face. But I can at least know how you are and see what I can do to make you see things a bit different. Yes. That's
I like how you just explained to it, and then just to let people who wanted to
I can then again, excuse me, but from Stockholm train, I saw him as well doing some activities, going out in his community and helping those who were in spiritual leaders coming from Bethel. In Apostolic Bethel Church, we are trying as well to do something, not only here, but again, we are touching widows, we are touching the orphan in Africa. To
currently right now in Benin. Right. Can you speak a little bit about the title of today?
Yes. Easily been, watched by, they do not know us, but they get the courage with you or with us to present their needs, to present their problem. So this young man called Teddy will call me looking for me, and I will sometimes will not have time to speak to him.
Okay.
So one day I was a bit curious to know what exactly he wanted. So he said, I just want to show you something. So he sent me picture of over 1,000 of kids in a very, very bad condition. I was so touched, and I asked what's going on. He said those kids, they do not have a place to sleep, and we've been like this for a few days. They put us outside the house because no money to pay, and we don't even know as well where to eat. You are a mother.
So they're calling for help.
They call for help. So that was their context. I have to give my hands. I took the lead. And when I took this lead, I had to bring hope and bring faith. Back faith in that community. And this is how the foundation has started.
Oh, wow.
So we had already 3 of taking care of them and making them believe that God heard them, believe in themselves, there is a future, believe that it can be very hard, but
it will definitely go
through the foundation and at Beni, in Goma, in DRC. And we are doing a lot of activities with those kids.
So it's absolutely going well.
It's going
asking in the community. I had a phone call, area, all right, and there's so many people who are looking for solution, but somehow they feel like as well they can't seem to find it because they're not getting the right help from the leaders, because the leaders somehow to be able to help in bringing the hope. And apart from that, I also have her name is Tata Nelly, c'est comme ça que je l'appelle. That's how I currently right now living in America. Alright, so I'm just gonna call her right now quickly because she has something to say and she prepared also to answer with the one who is here right now.
Oh wow.
Hello. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Comment ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Ça va très bien. Ouais, ça. Sur Étincelle, donc le show, ce show qui ramène encore cette étincelle, le sparkle, par rapport aussi au sujet que nous voulons partager. Tu es l'une des personnes. So, je sais pas si tu veux parler en français, en anglais.
Oui, je serai plus à l'aise en français.
Est-ce que les leaders spirituels sont en train de partager leur foi et espérance dans ce contexte d'aujourd'hui?
Que la pandémie actuelle a bouleversé toutes nos vies. Je dirais que nous le chef spirituel, les apôtres, tous ces leaders, effectivement, ils sont en train de leur travail pendant cette période bouleversante. La crise a fait à ce que c'est une pandémie, elle est tellement grave, bouleversante pour chacun de nous. Et le corona génère l'anxiété en nous. Je pense que le confinement, la pandémie, le Covid, l'Église de faire mieux leur travail. C'est-à-dire, les leaders jouent un rôle essentiel pendant cette période. Ils planifiaient des programmes, créaient du temps pour nous surmonter, nous, dans cette période perturbante. Nous avons été pendant la plupart d'entre chacun de nous affronter, même pas expliquer ce que vous avez vécu pendant votre société. Fort.
C'est vrai.
Grâce de rencontrer un pasteur transmet un message d'espoir et de confiance.
Et c'est vrai.
Alors oui, je dis, on partageait de l'espoir, la foi. Et chacun d'entre nous voit comment nos leaders ont consacré leur temps. Ils se sont concentrés et ils continuent de le faire pour que nous tenons bon. Et en passant, je remercie tout le travail qu'elle fait. En tout cas, je vous encourage encore, pasteur apôtre Mylène, vous faites du très bon travail. Et que Dieu continue à vous bénir et que vous restiez une bénédiction pour nous.
Amen. Merci.
Énormément là-bas en Amérique. Voilà, on se parle. Allez, à bientôt.
Amen.
Et donc voilà, au moins nous avons quelqu'un qui est positif. Là avec qui je parlais, et c'était
grand footballeur à qui nous sommes en train, d'ailleurs, j'envoie mes salutations. Et au commencement de notre... c'est très sage que tu aies mis ce mot-là dans le contexte peut-être à grande échelle et le contexte peut-être faith can be shared in a platform of food. They believe exactly. So that's why the context really is playing in this. I will not know exactly what will be the question of this of people coming from his perspective about where people are looking for answers and they seems not to find the right leaders.
It's true, because there are spiritual leaders that are also the right ones.
Exactly.
Where to whom to turn to.
Because at this time it's the specific time about 2021. It's about solidarity. We need to walk exactly. We not start pointing fingers. It's why I say 50-50, because we need to go on the other 50 side.
We're trying to also understand
why are they not stepping into the situation? Why we don't see them up in the context? Is there a situation where or something we are stopping them to do the work or to move forward with what they believe they can give to people? I don't know. But coming from us, we talk about solidarity and we talk about togetherness. To talk about faith in practice, to talk about hope.
I like that. And we are entering little by little this question, because it is so, people want to know about this. Are they really worth? We just entered in for her. Is yes, people are stepping in, and then so I wanted to hear from a man of God. All right, he is young, and then he's doing a great job when it comes to the community, and he is also an artist. His name is Pastor Hervé Vika, and I would like to call him only with something to say when it comes to this matter, whether it's a yes and whether it's a no. Oh wow, I'm sure he's gonna call. Let's go. Alright, so we are, it's either a yes and even no, but when it comes to for those who are unbelievers, Apostle, what would you say?
Unbelievers believe, and that's what we call faith. They for sure believe in something. In something. Now, I like the way my sister MYLENE, that will be the very first time for me to hear her.
The way she
bless you where you are. I'm so amazed to see I'm talking about that. This seed has laid every one of us, not only spiritual leader, to question themselves about their faith, about God, and to come back, to put back things in order the way they are called to be. And I believe those we called unbelievers are believers.
And somehow they do believe.
They do believe. And they did as well something. Not all the nurses in the hospital were Christian.
But are not the pastors, for those who, the fake ones, let's just say, because there are also fake ones, who are doing miracles such, or just, throwing the blazer here and everyone falls, and doing all those kind of movements to what's it called, to make unbelievers believe? Are they not somehow, comment on dit en français, bafoué the name of faith and
I will not stand with you in the fact that you call them false. Maybe because there is a miracle and you tend to think or believe that those miracles
I'm speaking on to those ones who surely do see that and call them fake.
No,
fake.
Not all miracles are fake miracles.
Okay.
However, I will point something you've just said at the beginning. It is not because a miracle can happen in a particular situation that you will question God and tell him, therefore this situation show that you are God. This is tempting God. And this is something we are not called to come in humility, in the presence of God, and ask for his help by expressing our faith to him. Believe that it is possible that God can do something, make a way where there is no way.
Okay.
You say, ending situation was going chaotic. Nobody will believe that you will be strong enough to overcome, to face COVID. We are strong.
We are really strong because
we are strong.
Still
not only in London, the whole world is getting stronger. This situation. People can't travel today. Frontier gates are closed. Europe is closed. Many things that we used to do, we can't do them. We are in lockdown. All the cinemas are closed. Sports center closed.
Everything's closed.
School today is at home. Our kids are on the computer. But it's because hope is working at this time.
Believing that it's going to get better.
Thank you. Faith is working at this time, that we are all coming together.
Of course.
We are coming together and do something.
I like what he's saying. I'm just going to read quickly what Evangelist François Dejeuner just wrote. And he said, spiritual leaders done enough for people to stand in situation or it is people not getting the message to stand in this situation of COVID.
He says,
shall I read again? Spiritual leaders done enough for people to stand in this situation, or is it the people not getting the message to stand in this situation?
Since the beginning, spiritual leaders are doing something. Even if the other 50 might not have the all tools that they need to be on TV. Not everyone has a TV studio.
It's true.
Not to be on the media to talk. If that somewhere spiritual one.
This is really going to really where he's saying. But go ahead, finish.
He's doing something. Now,
Okay.
is it the problem of the believers? Believers who would believe, or those who are outside God. They believe. They believe. The fact that just you stand up and say, okay, I lost my brothers and sisters for that same sickness, can still stand up and look at the future. That's hope. That's having faith. Faith in yourself. Faith in God. In one go. Taken 70 to 30%. That's the problem of those people.
Yeah.
Why am I saying that?
Why are you saying that?
Spirituality is one of the thing, but many people as well are using medicines, which are not working for them, not always.
Ginger and lemon and all. What they said is really big.
I can put them on the table.
Okay.
But what I can,
yes.
Therefore, I can go on the side of evangelists, asking, maybe questioning the believers, questioning the right message.
That is the
real information needed to overcome this situation. That's a good word.
Okay.
Everywhere.
And right now he's just saying, do believers exercise enough faith, hope, and to stand out in situation of 15 verse 4.
Let's go in Romans 15 verse 4 to see what does he say. Yeah, if they can help us, if one who are watching us can go under the context of this verse. Yes. Oh, I didn't believe that we'll have a Bible here. Romans 14 verse 4.
I was searching, I got someone who had also to, share part of really spiritual leaders sharing their hopes and faith. And she really had something to say on that one. Allô, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bienvenue sur Étincelle.
Okay.
Bonsoir Mamie Fonzo, c'est Gracia. Je suis avec apôtre Mylène près de moi. Encore une fois, c'est parce que nous voulons entendre aux leaders spirituels qui sont en train de partager leur foi, leur essence. Beaucoup okoloba na lingala, okoloba pe na français, donc feel free to speak in a language that you.
Okay, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. La base se trouve à la dispo. Je peux donner une opinion sur les leaders. Déjà, tu dois avoir quelqu'un qui doit donner l'exemple. Ok?
D'accord.
Un bon exemple d'abord. Parce qu'un leader, c'est quelqu'un qui est charismatique déjà. C'est quelque chose qui doit être né comme ça. Ok? Et un leader doit d'abord être un exemple. Quand je dis un exemple, ok?
Oui.
Et sincèrement, de moi et de nous sommes vraiment déçus pour les hommes de Dieu et tout ça.
Mais pourquoi?
Je parle du Congo. Oui. Parce que d'abord, prends le voir, il n'y a pas l'amour entre eux d'abord.
D'accord.
Et moi, ce que je ne comprends pas, ils sont toujours en train de foutre. Ce que nous sommes sur le niveau de ma mandat. Vous comprenez?
Oui.
Je donne un exemple. Apôtre Mylène.
Oui.
Apôtre. Je sais que apôtre Mylène, c'est pas que c'est regrettable de voir que les athées que là du genre qui vont plus
oui, je peux comprendre, oui.
C'est énorme. Mais ça qui tourne vraiment donc on a étouffer quelqu'un qui est apôtre, qui est homme de Dieu, qui est homme de Dieu comme vous, mais là on de l'étouffer à cause de la jalousie pour ne pas que l'IFP a émergé. Et ce que je suis en train de voir, c'est regrettable. Je ne veux pas parler ça d'un leader. Donc là, quand je dis un exemple, c'est un bon exemple. Il doit montrer d'abord de l'amour. On doit voir de l'amour pour le suivre d'abord. On doit voir de l'amour et d'abord, ce qu'il est en train de prêcher, ça doit être fait en lui d'abord.
Oui.
On ne retrouve pas ça. Nous avons prêté des choses que si nous sommes totalement, nous retrouve à monter. Je suis désolée. Parce qu'à mon pied,
c'est vraiment son peu.
Oui, c'est lamentable. Et du coup, ils sont pas à la mais donc, ils sont là, ils sont mon corps, ils font tout ça, ma casse, ils ont mon corps, ma casse, on le casse, mais la dingue, là. Parce que c'est ça, de Dieu, du coup, là, comme là. Ils ont ma Covid et tout. Mais c'est comme si ça leur intéresse pas. Non, ils prêchent même pas des trucs de.
Ils bangent pour tout est quoi.
Et ils parlent, les hommes de Dieu, on est allés. Ok, donc, on va payer des camarades à regarder. Ok, faut que ça s'aide. Oh, les gars, là, moi, on va dire, on a payé pas. C'est un leader. Un homme de Dieu, oh, elle va faire la zone des malins. Oh, dans la tête, donc, on cadre les mots, ça coûte à terre.
Ça, c'est vrai, oui.
Parce que vous recevez quelque chose de lui, on doit tout faire pour lui. Donc, ça peut être
Oh wow. Il y a tellement de choses à dire. Non, c'est ça. Si, si. Donc, son akoloba.
C'est aussi une prière devant Dieu. Notre vie, notre comportement, c'est une prière.
C'est vrai.
Notre comportement, c'est au calme, pas personne à tout, aux autres, et à 10 autres. Parce qu'il y a des gens, on s'en a dit, ok, mais oui, et ça, c'est un handicap pour l'enfant fait. À quand même, personne à tout, c'est tout. Mais, tu vois pas la présence de Dieu, le comportement d'ailleurs. Tu ne vois pas.
Yo, si je peux conclure, donc, pour Nayo, hein, un spiritual leader, en fait, azo partager une espérance pété. C'est ça, en fait.
Non, mais non, là, pas leader, on a plutôt pas d'abord d'entrée des paradis.
D'accord.
Non, pas d'abord d'entrée des paradis.
Pas à porte d'entrée. Donc, voilà.
Pas d'abord d'entrée des paradis.
D'accord, mamie. Donc, biso to zui réponse et pas yo. Donc, pour toi, c'est un non capital. Donc, encore une fois, nous allons discuter de ce que vous venez de parler, un peu avec apôtre Mylène, comme ça. Mais merci encore d'avoir répondu à l'appel de Étincelle.
Et en tout cas, je veux encourager l'apôtre de Mylène, en tout cas, vraiment, qu'elle soit forte. Je sais qu'elle est forte déjà. Oui, je sais, en tout cas, des gros bisous. Alors, Salamoko, Malamu, à se décourager parce qu'elle a le compte à rendre qu'à Dieu. Et nous, on va te et ça, que bateau, on va vous s'habiller, c'est vraiment pour te le présenter à Mylène parce que, à d'autres déranger, on a moins
Si.
et on peut quand même vous détailler. Parce que, à d'autres déranger, on a non, la tête, et on peut m'en appeler, on compte de la guerre à Camou, on va se la bébé. Oui, c'est vrai, j'ai vu dans son Facebook, vous n'avez pas compris, ma convie qu'on a suivi. Alors, apôtre, à ça, il était dans un apôtre. Pourquoi il a été dans un apôtre? C'est pas le fait que, on a commencé à ça, mais à l'accent, on va moi, tu es là-bas, on va non, c'est pas ça. C'est déjà ça, la terre, on a lu ça, on va aller là-bas,
c'est vrai.
pour demander pourquoi.
Merci.
C'est pas ça, ton ministère. Ton ministère, c'est pas de mettre ton mari, les enfants, tout le monde. Ton ministère, c'est de parler de Dieu.
Oui.
Vous savez qu'elle est mariée, c'est un point bas.
Merci
C'est pas
beaucoup.
obligé que chaque fois, à la saga, on va être dans la savane, on va aller dans la ministère.
Si.
Yes.
Marie va être un ami, mon père est apôtre. Donc, il faut le mettre en dehors de ça.
Si.
Donc, on dit comme ça,
Merci vraiment beaucoup. Wow. Si. Merci beaucoup, merci maman, mamie, vraiment, on va catch up. Thank you. Bisous.
Merci pour vous aussi, que Dieu vous bénisse.
Alléluia, amen.
Wow.
Oh wow, il y a beaucoup de choses à dire. Hein? Ça vraiment, il faut moi mis sanduku comme on parle.
Justement, les autres 50%. Je disais qu'il peut y avoir, there can be many different reasons why I said 50-50.
Yeah.
On the other hand, yes, lack of love.
Definitely.
Lack of love among leaders.
And this is why I also wanted to kind of like, how to say it, for those who don't understand or who wasn't able to understand exactly what she said, she said that leaders or spiritual leaders need to be examples. They, you know, and then many of those when who are stepping up right now, especially when the COVID came in, basically they don't have love. They don't show love, and then there's so much jealousies in between them. Instead of supporting, you're talking about love, togetherness, but probably they are talking about being separate, being on their own, and then they're only thinking about money. And so how could they even like share hope and share faith? All right, so and this is really something that I love about what she said. Well, can you add something else into what she already has said?
she can be right on one side. We will not disagree with her. Yeah, truly, in Europe and all over the world, we are called spiritual leaders. Those who give example, I've said that already, who give rules and leads, impact people's life. And when among them there is a fight, there is division, there is not this word that I said, togetherness, coming together to see what we can do. It's not about my ministry and your ministry, or it's not about no, it's about humbling ourselves, coming together.
Yes.
There is someone I didn't mention about the work in the community. His name just came to me now.
Yeah.
Pastor Johnny Idikai. What is happening at the moment? There are so many deaths in the community. There are people dying, and he took the lead. I mean, he's doing it with his heart. Helping families, organizing the matanga, organizing, you know, he is doing it with his heart. Why not coming with him?
Exactly.
For those who can be able to do so and push this activity to go forward
instead of, you know,
talking
shutting
about,
it
and
down.
this is what she's complaining about. Lack of love. We will not all do the same things because we are not all called in the same area.
Definitely.
We are not all the same. But if I can see that you are doing something and I feel comfortable to join you there and push with you, let's just do it together. It's not about fighting who is doing the nice show and who's not doing the good show.
I agree.
You are ETINCELLE. Someone else is something else. But if we can at this time be together to pass the message, to face this trouble, to face this sickness, to face this flaw, to face this situation, let's do it in love together to bring back faith and bring back hope in our communities, in our families, in our countries. And
faith is really something that really helps you to go through, you know, situations of life. And then I got someone who with me is a young and sweet lady. She's part of the young, you know, in Bethel, and she speaks well. So she also had something to say, and so I'm just gonna call her quickly right now, so she can share with us her opinion on when it comes to, you know, faith, hope, and the spiritual leaders. Hello, good evening. Good evening, Emily. How you doing?
Hello. I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to ETINCELLE. We just feel like calling you because you have a voice, and it's important to, you know, to speak, especially when it comes to this amazing and great subject. All right, so I really quickly wanted to remind you about it, and it says like, our spiritual leaders sharing their hope and faith in our context. So I just felt like, are you able to what do you feel about it?
Well, personally, I feel like spiritual leaders are really helping everyone grow their faith during these hard times.
Okay.
Because even though many cannot go to church or have the experience that many others have in a place of worship, they're still able to have the connection of God because of how we, as a community, Christian community, use the social media platforms such as YouTube.
Oh, wow.
We are using all of these to really impact others and grow their faith. Personally, saying that these times are easy time would be false. But at the same time, this is like a challenge, like a test. And we talk very much about tests in the Christian environment, because everything in our life is a test of how far we are willing to go for our Father, how far we are willing to go to see the glory of the Lord. And this is really seen through, personally, my spiritual walk with the Lord. Personally, as my spiritual leader is Apostle MYLENE, and she has given us the possibility from the first lockdown to this lockdown to still have this connection with the Lord.
Amen.
People during this time might have lost the vibes or the feelings of being close to the Lord, but within the Bethel, we continue to have this feeling. We've had YouTube, we've had seminars, we've had these impacts with our community, and it's never losing the hope or the faith. And it's really like showing the responsibility that a spiritual leader has during these times. It's impacting the others in the church, the other leaders and other members of the church, and how they can continue to grow their faith and their hope in the Lord.
Oh wow. Hey, I feel like just, clapping right now. And what I like is how in this topic we had the ones who disagree and we also had the ones who agree. So you are part of the ones who do agree and feel like yes, there was some faith and there was some love who were spread and shared when it comes to our spiritual leader, and yours is Apostle MYLENE. And so thank you so much right now for connecting. Guys, she's only 16 and she's speaking like someone who's Einstein. Oh wow. Thank you so much, Emily, and speak to you soon.
Bye.
Oh wow, thank you. Oh, what do you think about this one?
I mean, she spoke what I said.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see that people could see that as soon as we had the lockdown, I didn't stop my activities. I had to move away from my house and start living here in the church, and start doing something, create something. No one was prepared for what is happening now, but because I have faith and I need to share this faith, that I have hope and we need to share. So we came on the media and we've been talking not only about the word of God, but there are things we say to help people, to understand this message, how to face the challenge and how to overcome in their houses and in their situation. Therefore, I agree with her.
I definitely agree with her as well. But I remember not long ago, I came across this pastor online, which he's based in America. I had to save his video, but unfortunately I didn't. He was coming across on social media and advising people really not to take the vaccine, trying to protect yourself when it comes to the COVID, and he was really trying to share as much faith and and hope as possible, because at the end of the day he probably believed that it is the right thing to do. And so for those who probably feel like, hey, maybe it's just in my community they're not sharing love or sharing faith and sharing a hope, in other community across the world they are sharing love. But we also have another person with me who wanted to share also her opinion when it comes to faith, when it comes to hope and spiritual leaders. Her name is Tanya, and she really wanted to speak up. Bonsoir. Ça va, Yaya? Oh, the connection. Hello? Yes, Yatanya?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me properly? Maybe I need to call you on normal. Let me try to call you on normal. So we are continuing on faith. She's trying to call her back on normal. Probably we'll have more luck.
Hello.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm good, fine.
Oh, thank you so much for taking this time, to answer, as we are currently right now on ETINCELLE. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. So right now the question is really something that is touching the community and across the nation. This question is, are our spiritual leaders sharing their hope and faith in our context? And so I really wanted to ask you that question. Would you be able to elaborate? For you, is it a yes? Is it a no? How do you feel?
In my opinion, it's a no.
It's a no.
I mean, since all this was started, I've seen a couple of churches, but the ones that are doing something that are not doing for the community, are actually doing it for their church members.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Because when we're referring to the community, we're referring to everybody. It doesn't mean that I have to come to your church in order for you to help me. Because a charity helps everybody, no matter what color, what race. So in regards to that, I haven't seen that. And I have seen other churches doing something, but it's not really what it's not really what we are looking for.
Okay.
What we are looking for.
Not what you're looking for.
God. What I was actually thinking of, it was for something to be done for the community, basically for everybody. Everyone in the community needs help, right? I mean, most people, because you've got so many elderlies out there that don't have anyone, and some of them don't go to churches. If I don't go to a certain church or to church, that doesn't mean that I don't get the help that I deserve.
Oh.
Do you understand? Because if you're only going to help people that come to your church, and as a Christian, for me, it's not, I think we need to love everybody. It doesn't matter if they are Christian or not. Like, we have to help them and preach them to become Christians. So you have to take them as they are. Because we are not perfect. Remember, Jesus said that He came for those that aren't perfect. But then in church, we tend to look for perfection. Perfection does not exist.
No, definitely. I like what you just said right now, especially for those who are at home. Do they not deserve the same help? And that is really something to look into. Like, I have Apostle MYLENE next to me, and then I believe she will be trying to, elaborate a little bit on what you just said right now, because it's very mandatory. And love, we're talking about love once again. So less love among us. All right, thank you so much for connecting, for answering the phone call, and we will see you soon, probably, hopefully, on ETINCELLE. Take care. Bye bye. Oh wow, we have another no. We have another no.
I mean, coming from, again, I was talking about context, and I will link that to the perspective. From her perspective, she observed a few things, and again, I said, we are not sharing the same context, but there is a fact of what is happening around the world.
Definitely.
I will not be able to reach everyone in the whole communities, but in each communities, I believe there is, and there are spiritual leaders.
Okay.
And communities here in London or in the UK are coming from different places, different countries, different nationalities. And I believe in those communities, there is a 50-50. The first 50 for sure are doing their job. Saying that they are doing it only for members of the church, perhaps. I will not reject that. But there must be, again, a reason.
A reason, definitely. There's a reason for everything.
And for those who are on the other 50 not doing something in the community, this is the time to stand up, to raise up, and to bring your faith, your hope, share it with those who are in need.
Those one who truly needs it.
Exactly. Those who are sick, those who need comfort, comfort, those who need to pray with you, those who just need to feel your hug around them. Share with them some food, share with them some clothes. I mean, there are so many things we are called to do.
Definitely.
As spiritual leaders. Evangelization is not about only preaching the Lord Jesus. Standing and say, give your life to Christ.
Okay.
To evangelize means to take care.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know evangelizing actually means taking care. I mean, for those who probably didn't know that, this is the first time.
Yeah, so there is a lot to learn still coming at church. And the more you are growing up in your relationship with God, you will understand that Jesus had to give food to those who were in need for them to also join him. Okay?
Yeah.
So I am called, as she said, to give you food as much as you need, give you love, and share God.
Okay.
This is evangelization.
Because all I know, honestly, evangelizing is standing in the street and screaming out loud, just like, you know, John the Baptist, you know, come
Food
to the
banking
Lord
in
and then
churches.
come in. Well,
It's evangelization. I mean, it's a side, taking care of the natural area of life, making sure that everybody is safe. That's evangelizing as well.
Wow.
That's a way. It's a way of the government people, the leaders in the MP level, in the community to say, hey. For God, we need to save your life. For God, we're asking you to stay home.
Yeah, to take care of yourself, because we don't want to lose you. So we're going to try to call back Pastor Hervé Vika once more, just to see if it's possible to have him and have his opinion on when it comes to this matter. All right. But I like how the topic is going, honestly, because
It's
I
a huge topic.
I kinda.
There is an answer we have not yet given to Evangelist François about Romans 15, verse 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got
In
it?
Romans 15 verse 4, he say, do believe exercise enough faith and hope to understand this situation according to Romans 15 verse 4. And Romans 15 verse 4 is saying that tout ce qui a été écrit d'avance là était pour notre instruction, afin que par la patience et la consolation que donnent les Écritures, nous possédions l'espérance. Just to put this in bracket, he just wants to make believers understand that all this situation, all what is happening,
like in our context
today, eschatologically speaking.
Ooh, what is that? Please elaborate.
I will not.
Next time. Yes.
The sign of the end of time.
Okay, that's what it means.
Exactly. Okay. And called it. Some of us we are not called to be surprised of what is happening in the world
because of something that has already been said.
It's been said. It's been written already, but it has been written so that we believers, we are patient. We are patient in the presence of God. We are patient through whatever is going, and to receive consolation from not only God, from all these spiritual leaders, from all of them, and possess in us this hope.
I like that. I really like that.
Believe in a good tomorrow.
We have another community. He's not a community leader, but he is really in the community, especially in the Congolese community, and he also had something to say. So I'm just gonna quickly try to call him so he can elaborate. His name is Trésor Image. So let's see if he's gonna be available. His opinion is always considered. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Trésor. Ça va? How you doing?
I'm very good.
Great. So beside me, I have Apostle MYLENE MUDIAY, and we are currently sharing the subject of our spiritual leaders sharing their hope and faith in our context. So I know you are someone who really works and does a lot of a lot of activities in the community, Congolese community. So I thought to call you, and so you can be able to share with us, a word, and when it comes to this matter. So do you agree? Do you spiritual leaders do share their work? I mean, their hope and faith right now? In 2021, in this time of COVID, time of quarantine? Yes, no? How do you feel?
I feel like thank you for actually considering calling me on this subject as well. And yes, those who work with a lot of pastors.
Yeah.
I one thing I've realized, a lot of pastors are a bit left behind.
Okay.
They're not doing any activity, as you can see. Right now, most of the churches going online now. We have online churches now.
Yeah.
You can see that a lot of pastors disappear. You don't see them. Because they're not actually trying to keep up with the hands of technology with the work is actually working. No, there's a lot of pastors not doing their job.
Yeah.
Right now, they were supposed to be preaching about the end time message.
Yeah.
We are no pastors, to be honest, we have been lost. There's only few pastors that are preaching about it now. And because of the lockdown, it doesn't mean you stay home doing nothing, not trying to go after the people that you were looking after before. A lot of pastors, they just been lazy. They're not doing anything.
Laziness, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just laziness and all.
Oh, wow.
They're just finding, I'll tell you what, it's just very sad because a lot of people, we're going to find ourselves with a lot of people after this lockdown, all this coronavirus, COVID-19, a lot of people, they're not going to be going to church.
Yeah.
But they're used to staying home now, and there's a lot of
The habit.
Yeah. If you look at the fact is, majority of the pastors have, they even ask one pastor, do you even have contact of the members of the church? He said he doesn't have it. Do you even have like a WhatsApp group for all the members? They don't have it. So this is a big crisis that we're facing now in our Christian life.
Wow.
It's a big crisis.
Oh, wow.
A lot of pastors are not doing the job.
All right, so we have a no from you, and you just elaborate yourself and by explaining to us a lot of reasons why those pastors may be doing what they're doing. Honestly, I like how you're so honest really about the subject, because it's touching not just the Congolese community, but it's really touching the whole world. And we have
People are home, you have to follow them home. Now we've got the facility where you can actually go into people's places without even knocking at the door. The phone is right there. We got the WhatsApp, we got the Facebook, we got the Instagram, we got the YouTube. You can actually make yourself available for people to listen. People need help more than ever. As you can see, there's a lot of couples that are breaking down.
Yeah.
A lot of couples they realize they cannot be together.
Yeah.
One pastor was speaking to him. He said he's never had so much case of break a family that he's having now.
Oh my gosh.
Because a lot of people are struggling. They can't go to pastors for help, and pastors are scared to go to the places
because of COVID. If that's the reason.
Where is God in all this?
Wow.
All right.
The pastors are scared of the pandemic more than preaching the word. I wonder how it's going to be when they're going to give you the choice either to get 666 vaccine.
Yeah, the vaccine, yes. It's true. I've actually seen that.
It's going to be, because this is nothing, and already church are disappearing. You got the chance to do online churches now. They're not doing it. They're not trying. They started at the beginning, Sister Grace.
Yes.
But right now, they're all shrinking and they're all disappearing.
Oh, wow.
They're all getting tired.
This
Maybe
is really
because
sad.
of the financial but this one, it doesn't actually cost you anything.
It's true. Just
To be
your phone and
online.
connection.
Yeah, it's about your courage and trying to organize yourself. Now you see which one is a real church, which all the other that are just disorganized church. In this time, churches need to be organized to keep everybody into the faith. If you're not organized, a lot of people, they're just going to end up becoming non-Christians.
Oh wow, thank you so much, Trésor Image, for your answer, which has definitely has definitely enlightened us and brought an étincelle onto the platform. Thank you so much. We'll definitely try to get in touch with you so we can bring you back, in the platform of étincelle, not just on the phone, right? Thank you so much, Papa. Take care.
Wow.
we are, I don't know, we had a lot of people here. I mean, we're mentioning, what's it called, Tata Meli, we had, what's it called, Tanya, we had Mama Mami Fonzo, we had a lot of people. We had Emily who elaborated.
We heard all of them, and they're all almost doing the same things. And again, I said in a different context. And what Brother Trésor said, it is true in a way, in a sense. This is the time whereby, as a leader and a spiritual leader, you are called to express your anointing in a very different way. Serving the Lord in a new context, in a new way. It's not only about welcoming them at church, but it's finding tools to stay in touch, to get in touch. I wish all Bethel watched this show, because we've implemented in the church so many things by sacrifice, and but they are taking it for granted, yes. Where other places are looking for it. And why he says, "Ally to me." When they give you something, when use it. We need
use it correctly.
Exactly, use it. Don't take not only the anointing, but what we are implementing for granted. Nobody was prepared with this situation.
Yes,
and
of course.
As a pastor, this only way of sharing our faith and sharing hope is creating activities which will reach members of your church and other people. We are in Bethel doing Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world, and you can name many activities we are going and doing internally. So for all the Bethelois, for those who will have the opportunity to hear this show, to use all the tools and to be part of those who are making it succeed. Let's work together. It is not time to say this church is good, this one is not good. This pastor is good, this one is not good.
Or the time to leave the church.
Together, let's be together and build up a strong vibe, a community, a positive vibe, a powerful vibe, a lovable vibe, a hopeful vibe, a faithful vibe, all these vibes that we can bring together so that this 2021 thank you.
All right, so I have one more person into my contact, and his name is Papa Bart Ngoma. He is somebody who really has inspired me, as I was invited in one of his events, and that is the Youth Key Award. And then he just amazing, trying to bring love, trying to communicate faith, and trying to tell a young boy or young girl that it is still possible and we can see your talent. So we are really encouraging you. That is really what I saw when I came to this event. So we're trying to to call him, and so he can give also his view into this matter.
Wow.
And I hope we'll be successful. Oh wow. Bonsoir.
Oui, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Papa Bart Ngoma. Welcome. Allô?
Oui, allô.
Oui, bienvenue sur SUSUZANDE. Et près de moi, j'ai apôtre MYLENE MUDIAY, les leaders spirituels, leur foi et leur espérance dans ce temps que nous sommes maintenant. Et nous voulons en fait savoir quelle est votre opinion par rapport à ça. Allô? Wow. Est-ce que les leaders spirituels, en ce temps, en ce moment, sont en train de partager leur foi et aussi espérance?
Je comprends sur ça.
En fait, parce qu'il y a tellement de personnes en ce moment, il y a des pasteurs ou des hommes de Dieu qui ne travaillent pas, qui n'arrivent pas en fait à partager leur foi. On est en train de passer Covid-19, nous venons d'entrer dans une nouvelle année 2000. Il n'y a pas des pasteurs qui se lèvent en fait dans la communauté, partout dans le monde, pour pouvoir en fait partager la foi et partager le travail qu'ils doivent faire. Donc oui, et si c'est un nom...
Écoutez, moi je m'insurge un peu contre ceux qui pensent comme ça.
Oui.
Dans toute règle.
Oui.
Moi, à ma connaissance, je sais que je veux parler spécifiquement de ma communauté. Je sais que il y a vraiment des hommes de Dieu, comme nous les appelons, qui se donnent corps et âme pour essayer d'amener le peuple de Dieu.
D'accord.
Ils sont très peu nombreux, mais ils existent. Ils existent. Moi, j'ai la chance, ces gens-là. Et je vois vraiment des gens qui travaillent corps et âme. J'aurais du mal à citer le nom parce que ça risque de créer des polémiques.
Bien sûr, bien sûr.
Mais je peux vous rassurer, ma patrice, qu'il y a des hommes et des femmes de Dieu qui se donnent corps et âme pour essayer de convaincre les gens à aller dans le bon sens. Mais comme nous avons le problème, c'est que souvent on se penche du côté de la majorité qui abuse. Parce que il est vrai aussi que la grande majorité est la plus pour les matériels. La grande majorité des serviteurs de Dieu, ils sont là plus pour les matériels.
C'est vrai.
Alors le peu là qui essaye d'aller dans le bon sens, on n'arrive pas parfois
à les voir. Oui, voilà.
Voilà. On n'arrive pas à les reconnaître. Donc voilà un peu mon opinion sur ce point-là. J'ai des preuves parce que je n'ai pas mené des enquêtes, mais je les ai fréquentées. Je les fréquente aujourd'hui. Je fréquente ces gens-là et je sais de quoi je parle. Donc là-dessus, je n'ai pas de doute quand je dis vraiment qu'il y en a plein. Ils sont vraiment nombreux. Enfin, par rapport au général, ils sont très peu nombreux, mais ils sont là, ils existent.
Oh wow, merci beaucoup Papa Bartngoma encore d'avoir répondu.
De l'apôtre Mylène, mais c'est un cas concret.
Oui.
Parce que ce n'est pas parce qu'il est là, peut-être qu'elle m'écoute.
Oui, elle est juste à côté de moi.
Je peux témoigner. Si on pose la question ici, que quelqu'un puisse venir me dire ne plus qu'un fait sur lequel on lui reprocherait, ils ne trouveront pas. Donc c'est un cas concret. Il y en a tant d'autres qui sont très peu nombreux, mais ils existent.
Oui.
Ils existent.
Oh wow. Elle dit merci encore. Merci beaucoup Papa Ngoma, que Dieu vous bénisse d'avoir répondu à cet appel d'étincelle. Et sûrement peut-être
c'est un plaisir pour moi d'intervenir dans des émissions où on parle surtout d'où on glorifie le Seigneur.
Oui.
Ça me fait plaisir. C'est très rare qu'on m'appelle pour ça. On m'appelle généralement pour des émissions de la communauté politique.
Oh wow.
On m'appelle pour des émissions comme ça, bien que je ne suis pas un serviteur de Dieu au sens strict du mot. Donc c'est un plaisir pour moi.
Ah, merci. Et peut-être nous aurons aussi une chance de vous avoir sur le plateau de Étincelle.
Ça serait avec plaisir, mais ne me prenez pas pour que je vienne vous parler des gens 1, verset 10.
Non, pas du tout. Pas du tout. Merci beaucoup, merci.
Je vous en prie,
Bye bye.
Merci, Sœur Gracia, merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Avec plaisir, merci.
Bye bye. Oh wow. Et donc voilà, c'était le dernier. Nous avons essayé toute personne sur notre liste.
J'ai comme l'impression qu'il faut avoir tome 2.
Tome 2, oui, c'est vrai, notre temps est un peu... Hein?
J'ai comme
l'impression...
J'ai comme l'impression qu'il y a... Wow, moi-même, j'ai été beaucoup édifiée. I was much edified. He's giving me keys and clues to add up more on activities that we are doing already. Where to touch, where to go, all which has been said today are keys and clues. Are considered.
Definitely. Yeah. And just before we end, actually, I have somebody else on my list, and that she wanted to say something as well when it comes to this topic. So I hope she will answer. Right. Allô?
Allô?
Bonsoir Mireille Mélé. Welcome to Étincelle. Ça va?
Oui, ça va, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Donc en fait, nous sommes ici avec Apôtre Mylène et moi-même. Donc nous sommes en train de débattre un sujet très important et donc il s'agit des leaders spirituels dans la communauté. Est-ce que bazo partager hope, bazo partager faith? Donc ça veut dire est-ce que bazo sala musala? Donc est-ce que bazo sala musala wana yako partager hope na faith dans la communauté? Donc pour nayo, est-ce que c'est un oui, est-ce que c'est un yes? Donc soit loba vraiment na langue oyo monique eza donc speak in a language that you feel comfortable. Voilà. Ah wow, merci. Oh voilà, Apôtre Mylène, le binini.
On n'a pas beaucoup de noms, on a beaucoup de yes.
Yes, réseau mata, oui. Bah oui, Ezebele. Donc, encore une fois, merci beaucoup, Mireille Mélé, que Dieu te bénisse. On se parle bientôt. Voilà. Et voilà, nous avons encore une autre yes dans notre,
Non, il faut dire qu'il y en a qui travaillent. Comme je dis encore, je ne peux pas me mettre, I can't just be here and say, they are not working. And I like because on your title, this word context change everything.
It changed really everything.
Because we have different contexts. Some of them are visible.
And the ones
they are doing visible work. They are doing visible impactation. But others are doing it in a very internal way. They don't see them, but they are doing something. Yes. They don't hear them, but they are doing something. But however, for those who are not doing something, and in their community,
or even taking advantage,
please, let's change this way of seeing things. Let's change. God called you for a service. Doing the ministry has many different ways. Ministry is about serving others, touching their life, impacting them, giving them something as well. That's doing a ministry. So the ministry is not only indoors, the ministry can be as well outside, a church outside. Another way to do the ministry, another way to have a church service. While you are ministering to someone, going to see someone who's very sick, pray with this person. You are doing a ministry. You are using your anointing to bless this person. Okay? So I think time is right, as I said again, to change our mentality, to change our talk, and to use the togetherness language, the togetherness, the solidarity, doing things together.
Oh wow, last minute call. We have, oh wow, Pastor Hervé Vika.
Wow.
Hey, I'm good, thank you. Welcome to ETINCELLE. I was trying to call you so we can have a word, as you are such a person who, has, the right word at the right time. Alright, so we are here with Apostle MYLENE. She's right next to me, and we are sharing a topic which is our spiritual leaders sharing their faith, hope in our context. So we really want to have your opinion. Is it a yes? Is it a no? Are they working? What is it?
Can you say again, please?
Yes, of course. Donc, our spiritual leaders sharing their hope, their faith in our context, meaning our pastors or spiritual leaders around the world really working in terms of showing love, showing caring, evangelizing, doing the work they're supposed to be doing really in this time that we are going through COVID, going through quarantine. We are in our homes, vaccine here and there. So are they really working? Est-ce que ma pasteur bazo travailler ndenge singeli basala?
First of all, thank you. I'm alive.
Yeah, you are live.
First, thank you for giving me the word, and also appreciate the opportunity. And I'll just give my on what you just said. I think so God have done a great work during this pandemic time. I've seen last year when Boris Johnson told us to for the NHS workers, because of what they did, I think we should appreciate man's and servants of God for what they've done.
Yes.
So I think they did an amazing work. So that's all I can say.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. So we have another yes, because the opinion, there was some no's and there also was some yes. So really appreciate your opinion when it comes to this matter, because it is not just a simple matter, but it's really a worldwide matter that touches a lot of lives. Thank you so much, Pastor. God bless you.
Wow.
Bye. All right. So another yes.
Yes.
In the basket.
Therefore, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
It means that the spiritual leaders are taking leads.
Yeah.
They are sharing faith. They are sharing hope. It's just that we need to increase.
It's a little bit more.
Just increase, push forward with God. We will do explore. Those who are tired, please stand up.
Yeah. And this is why I really wanted to ask you, for those who are taking the work for granted, for those the pastors who have the burden but are not taking it a little bit lightly, or are really tired of so many things, what could you say to them?
There are so many things to say. You can be tired because of challenges. That was not easy to leave my house and live in the church. That's a big challenge. To make sure that the church members are still getting their service.
The spiritual food.
Create something. Find a way to work. I mean, on Thursday, we were live every day here. And it was easy. It was not easy.
It was not easy, of course.
I will applaud all the pastors, the leaders.
Yeah, the same way.
However, I will say, for those who are tired, for those who didn't plan to do something, for those who think it is done, no, it is not yet done. This is the time where your anointing needs to say something. God has anointed you to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. And this is the time to shine. And this is the time to give a test. Church, it is not a building, a house, or a place, but church is the tests that the world need. The test in the mouth, the test. Yeah.
So basically, for those who don't understand, salt, taste, flavor.
Church is the test that God want people to have back in their mouth and be happy. The taste of hope and the taste of faith.
I like what you just said and how you just, concluded this message. And then I hope every single one of you, in your homes across the nation, every single one of you got your étincelle. Our étincelle today was about to enlighten us, about hope, about faith, and just about our spiritual leaders. And I just hope that really a light has entered your house. And for those who are tired, Apostle MYLENE just enlighten that and say, in trying to bring a word of encouragement, stand up and continue to do the job that has been given to you. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. All right. So this is just round one. I'm sure this is going to come back again because this question is absolutely amazing and mandatory in our communities and across the nation. But we thank every single one of you, especially you, Apostle, for coming, for stepping in once again in ETINCELLE to bring a sparkle in someone's life right now. We say thank you.
I lack words, and the opportunity is always great to sit down again with you. You are doing a very nice job. I can see the effort yourself you are trying to do, not only in a spiritual platform, but ETINCELLE, to bring and speak to the young, to speak to people, to give some advice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
May the Lord really be with you, lead you more, increase. You have a say in this generation.
No, definitely.
There is people who are waiting for you, not on ETINCELLE, but on the spiritual lead as well. May the Lord be with you.
Thank you so much, Apostle. Your blessing means a lot for me. And so once again, thank you for every single one of you who took time to follow us. And and you guys were so many. We will meet again next week, Friday, for another topic, for another soul who will be able to bring you the sparkle that you need to be able to find, to see clear in a situation, right? This is ETINCELLE Sparkle, and that is going to be at 8 p.m. You can also follow us on YouTube for those who are connected there, on Facebook, on the page of ETINCELLE. And for those who want to participate, don't forget, do not feel shy. Right? Don't feel shy. ETINCELLE is about bringing people together. It's about enlightening situation. So you feel like, hey, I haven't seen my mom in so long. I haven't connected with somebody, with this person that means so much to me. Right? Do not feel shy and contact me on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page and all my pages out there. DM me and we will definitely get in touch. You want to come in, you have something to say, you have a word, don't silence the word. Come in and we will try to bring that voice even louder. All right, so see you next week. Take care.